Hey, yo, Mickey.
Yeah.
I'm on the phone with a porn great telling me her Toy Stories gave me a Woody like Tom Hanks. It's been a light year, but it's still a buzz. Right with O.J. Simpson glove, no acquittal judge. Mickey Factz, don't quote.
What's up? I'm here, man. I was supposed to finish that?
Yeah, you know the rest of it. It's all yours anyway.
That's how we do it, man. On that couch, we know your bars, man. We know your bars, yo.
So the keys in my phone got a little blood. Cypher time, they slip in Mickey, and they getting drugged.
That's fire. Mickey getting drugged. Yeah.
Yo, don't quote me. Episode 21.
Yeah.
Special guest today. Give it up for Mickey Factz in the building, yo.
Sir.
Yeah. What up?
I got my man Be Free in the building. Got my man M.I.M. in the building from Ozone. Real quick, this is episode 21. It is 2024 now. It's about to be February. We real serious right now.
Yeah.
Okay? The running show for today, of course, we got my man Mickey Factz. We're going to do a deep dive on his history. We're going to talk about Pendulum Ink today.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to talk about some little known facts that you might not know about the good brother. Shout out Street Fghter, Ken and Ryu.
Oh, man.
You's a Ken nigga? You's a Ryu nigga?
I was a Fei Long nigga.
Word? Okay.
I was a Fei Long nigga.
Also, we got the Udubb card we're going to be breaking down today. We got a lot of shit going on in hip hop with this whole big U-Wack 100, the YFN Lucci, the big joke at the funeral. We got Eminem versus Benzino. Old nigga beef is something you got to deal with, right? Nicki versus Meg.
Whoa.
That should be interesting if we get tracks from them. The Jim Jones call out was something big.
Yep.
And I'm sure we're gonna have a full out Royal Rumble today about what we think are the top 3 mixtapes of all time. No skips. My man P said, no skips.
That's so fun.
MJ got a crazy story for y'all. Yeah. And we got a little business segment where we're gonna enlighten the audience on a few things, a la my man Mickey. But yeah, man, let's get into it, man.
Let's talk.
On a lot of these pods, it's like, so we got a special guest today. When did you fall in love with hip hop? A la Brown Sugar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But let's kick it off differently, man. Yo, Mickey, you and Lupe Fiasco were ranked Street Fghter players.
Yes.
I remember I went to your crib in the Bronx.
Yeah.
Maybe like 11 years ago.
Yeah.
And you tried to get me to fall for the okie doke. I saw you fucking up niggas online on Street Fghter. I said, no, I refuse to play games. I'm not good. You're not saying you watched me 12 times in a row, and that's when I learned you was ranked. How does one get ranked in a competitive video game?
I mean, you could either go by tournaments or you just play online. And, niggas will see your ranking online. I never got into the tournament space mainly because like they deal with hitboxes and a lot of it is super, super like analytical. And I always just felt like people that do stuff like that's your life. I couldn't get into it.
What's a hitbox?
A hitbox is like the area in which you hit your opponent. Like for instance, the reason why so many people do speed runs on like Mario and stuff, they know exactly when to jump to land on what they need to jump. That's a hitbox.
Got it.
Or like how you throw combos in specific fighting games, those are hitboxes.
Got you.
So people study stuff like that. I don't get that deep into it. I just play because I'm a leisure gamer. I'm not like a super tournament guy, but I'm dead nice.
So do you have to enter a tournament to get ranked? Is it an online thing, or is it like the Guinness World Records where official Street Fighter nigga comes to your house? And
Nah, it's game tournaments. So like they have game tournaments all across the world, and people play in these tournaments. So what you're talking about is like I was ranked in Street Fighter 4. You know what I'm saying? And I was just really good at the game online. And I was playing with Fei Long, pause. And then essentially Lupe, he beat the #1 ranked person. He beat Daigo.
What's his name?
Daigo, Daigo. So he beat Daigo And then I beat Lupe.
Is Daigo the dude that there's that famous Street Fighter video where he did the block with no help?
From Strike.
Yeah, that's him.
What system was y'all on?
A great question.
That was PS4.
Oh, you a PlayStation nigga?
Yeah. You an Xbox nigga?
Word to mouth.
That's crazy. I feel bad for y'all.
Yo, June,
Nasty work.
Yeah.
as our local in-house video gamer, you think Mickey could see you with the Street Fighter?
I mean, you talking about that Lupe beat Daigo and you beat Lupe, so like that's out the window. You go hold you.
Yo, you
I'm nice, but I ain't going crazy.
Battle
like
rabbit. You don't want to see my man?
Nah, Daigo got that famous clip, you know what I'm saying, on Third Strike when he, do that little tech hit shit like 5 times and shit, he come back.
Yeah.
With Justin Wong, whatever.
With Justin Wong, yeah.
Yo, I didn't even know till I started getting online that this. Look at MJ's face. He like,
Yo,
what?
I'm like, y'all, you looking at highlights of a nigga on a video game? That's incredible. Incredible.
So,
That's like watching a nigga play Roblox.
That's We're talking about fighting games over here.
yo, I can't.
Y'all deep in the game. That's amazing.
Yo, so also when I met Mickey, I found out he was a paralegal. So I was like, yo, what is it like being a paralegal and having a budding rap career? You're literally a paralegal while you're a XXL freshman, right?
No, I had quit my job, so no. So I went to school. So I was working at a law firm, and I was in the mailroom. And at some point, I was just like, yo, this is beneath me. No offense to anybody that's in the mailroom, but for me, it was like, I'm too smart for this. So I went to school. I went to NYU, and I got my paralegal certificate. So I worked as a paralegal from like 05, 06, and then I quit my job in 07. And then when I quit, that's when I started to bubble in the hip-hop space.
So you were rapping before, obviously before that initial bubble came.
Yes.
Was it kind of like you always had that vocabulary, or you went to school, you mixed it with the rap and was like, oh, I got something different here?
I mean, I was always a smart guy, so like I just like to manipulate words and use words to my advantage. So for me, that's what it was always about, just trying to be as nice as possible. And I'm from the Bronx, and everybody was battling in Harlem. So it was like I had to kind of always have stuff on deck and always find new words to rhyme with and things like that. So that was always my thing.
So tell us about who Renegade is and how did Renegade become Mickey Factz?
Renegade was this name that I came up with in 1998, actually. I was trying to find a rap name that was easy for me to rhyme. So like Gade rhymed with like, lemonade and brave and slave and gauge. So like it was easier for me to rhyme my name with all of these words. So like I would do all of that. I was rhyming in school. And then I moved to Harlem when I was like 19. I had my own apartment in Harlem at 19. It was like 2001. And at this time, like there's a public access show called Mad Cyphers, and everybody's on Mad Cyphers. So it's J Hood, J.R. Ryder, all of these guys is on Mad Cyphers, J Mills, and I wanted to be on Mad Cyphers, but I didn't know how to get up there. So fast forward, niggas is battling in Harlem, like everywhere. Like it's not like, I know we in Atlanta, but like Harlem was just different. Like you could go on, it's so small, 110th to 155th, 1st to 12th Avenue. So there's rappers on every corner. Like it's not like anywhere else in the country where like you got to drive to get to places. But Harlem was like this hub where like, Cats Uptown was rhyming. So you had Lux and Mills, Uptown, even J.R. Ryder, Uptown. And then you had downtown, you had Smoke DZA, you had Rex, you had Mook. It was just, and dudes was going at it every day. Like it was unlike anything I've ever seen before. So you always kind of had to be on guard. And then plus, if you wasn't in Harlem and you was from Queens or Brooklyn or the Bronx, you went down to 42nd Street and
So were you a part of that generation that was going up to Fight Club and had some unreleased battles, or no?
I tried out for Fight Club. I beat the guy, but I was so nonchalant. Like I didn't have aggression. I was never an aggressive dude. So like I was nice, but International P was like, yo, you just killed him, but like you wasn't like entertaining. You was just rapping. So like I beat the guy, but like he was like, you can't do this. So like I never got into Fight Club. 90! Right. So I never did Fight Club. I just did the audition.
Right.
And then like I was just battling around Harlem like a couple times. A lot of times actually. That's how I met Math. I met Math battling. I met Clips battling. I met all of these dudes battling. Everybody that's popular now. Huh?
Who's some of the names you battled?
I battled Shells.
Shells.
I seen you on Quick Flip. That's the first time I saw you back.
Yeah,
in the
so
day.
yeah, quick.
How did that come about? Yeah.
So that was that happened in the Bronx. Dude that I battled, CR, he actually taught John the Don how to rhyme.
That's crazy.
So like John,
Some from Yonkers?
yeah.
What?
So John came up to me and was like, one day he was like, yo, you beat my mentor. I was like, who you talking about? He's like, CR. I was like, they was like, CR was like super nice in Yonkers at the time. I cooked them like that. It wasn't even nothing.
Easy.
I was like, this is easy.
Is she sensei?
Yeah. So like him, Shells.
Did you beat Shells?
Yeah, I beat Shells. But Shells wasn't
So what was the name you was running with?
Renegade. I was running Renegade.
So how did Mickey Factz come about?
So Mickey Factz came about because I didn't want to be known as a battle rapper anymore. So I
you
had to
were-
completely change everything.
Got you.
I was in this rap group with this girl, and she was like, yo, I was telling her I want to change my name, and she was like, well, let's start a group and let's be called Mickey and Mallory. I was like, all right, where's that from?
That's kind of fire.
And she said Natural Born Killers. I was like, I never seen that movie. So we watched the movie and I was like, oh, I like this. I want to be Mickey. So I started just running around with Mickey, but I was like, I need something else. So then I was like, Fact. At this time it was like William H. Hollow was popular and all of this. So I was like, I want to just rap about facts. So I just tagged on facts after Mickey, and it just kind of had a ring to it. So I was like, okay, and that's how I started. And
That's fire.
I just kind of shifted everything. Like I was wearing designer clothes back then, so I had like Dolce & Gabbana, Prada. I was wearing that stuff in 01, between 2001 and 2005. But because people knew me as Renegade, I had to change all of that. Like I had to literally buy new glasses, and I got into streetwear. So when I came out as Mickey Factz, Rex, Mook, Clips, none of them knew who I was. They was just like,
They knew you from Renegade.
they knew me as Renegade. So when Mickey Factz started to bubble, they were like, oh, that's Renegade. Like, but niggas didn't know. I didn't want people to associate, because at that time, if you was a battle rapper, you couldn't make music. So I had to kind of
talked about that.
I had to literally shift everything to not be caught in that space.
So when you started making the transition to the music, the first time I saw you was because of the XXL freshman list.
Yeah.
Was it as political back then as it is now, or were they picking people off of being nice or label ties, or how did you get on that?
I didn't have a deal, so like I might have been the only person on the cover that didn't have a record deal. I think me and Currency. Everybody else had deals, but I got the call on my birthday. Rob Markman, who's at Genius now, he was at XXL. He called me. He was like, "Yo, we just got out of a meeting. Daytwan Thomas said they want to do the freshman cover," and he was like, "You was the second person they picked to be on the cover." And I was like, "Well, who else?" He was like, "So far it's just you and Wale right now. We still trying to figure out who else." So like I didn't have a record deal. Wale was signed to Mark Ronson, so like he was able to. He I don't want to say he was able to get on because of that, but he was buzzing. So they put him on there. But B.O.B. was signed to Grand Hustle at the time. Charles Hamilton was signed to Interscope at the time. Asher Roth was signed to SRC. Corey was signed to Young Money. Blue was signed to Warner Brothers. Cuddy was signed to Good Music. Ace Hood was signed to Def Jam. Me and Currency were the only ones that didn't have record deals.
Currency was signed to No Limit before that, so you the only one.
Yeah, he at the time he didn't have a deal.
Okay.
So, but I was the only one who didn't sign anything.
Let me ask everybody a question, including you, Mickey. Is that top 3 freshman list?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Definitely top 3.
Yeah.
So the other one I would think was the one with Lloyd Banks in the game.
I don't remember
on
that.
it. That was like
I don't
one of
remember
the
that one either.
first ones.
That's a long time.
That was on the source.
Yeah, that was.
That was the source. Oh, I thought
that was on the source.
So that might be number 1 though, right there.
Well, another one that comes to mind is the
J. Cole and Nipsey is probably the best one.
J. Cole and Nipsey, and then there was the
2010
2 Chainz
class.
one. There was a 2 Chainz one, correct?
Yeah, I think Chainz did one, but I think the Nipsey one is the best one. I think then after that, if I'm being unbiased, I would have to say 2016.
And
Who was
who
that?
was on 2016?
It was Uzi.
Oh yeah.
That
Yachty.
Denzel Curry.
Yep.
Yep.
Was it
Dave
Kendrick?
East. It was a
Kendrick
lot.
too, yeah.
No, Kendrick.
Nah,
was
Kendrick
2011.
was 2010.
2016 was heavy. It was a heavy list. It's basically everything we hear now.
Well, salute to you for getting
Yeah,
the top 3
with a
covers,
stri-
sir. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
With a straight up
Word is
independent.
born.
So-
Straight independent.
Straight, yeah.
So, was there a specific track, freestyle, or video you did that got your name in that meeting?
Nah, I was putting out a song every week. That was unheard of.
What was your platform of putting music out at that time?
I was going to MySpace.
Yo.
And then MySpace started to die off, so then the music just went to the blogs. So we was putting it on MySpace first, then we went to the blogs and started using Zshare and shit like that.
Gotcha.
And that's how I got on. Like, the blogs was basically the DJs, and they was just funneling it out to everybody.
Can you break that down for us? Because you had 2 dope boys, I think, Nah Right, and there was something Planes and
Pigeons and Planes. So it was Two
Right.
Dope Boys, Nah Right, Pigeons and Planes, Fader Blog, On Smash,
right.
All Hip Hop, Hip Hop DX, yep, SOHH. I had all of that on lock. Like everything I dropped always hit something. Pardon Me, Duke. All of these blogs, every blog, I was like the blog darling.
Is that what put you ahead of a lot of other underground
Yes.
rappers in New York?
Yes.
So you were the first one really understanding how to maneuver
Yes.
around those blogs.
It was really me. Like, and I was utilizing the internet because I couldn't afford to get on a K-Slay mixtape. I couldn't afford to get on a Flex mixtape. So I went on the internet. It was free. My first show, like, and again, all of the underground rappers that was out around that time, like 05 to like 07, 08. I'm talking like Mano, Pap, Graph, Joel Ortiz, Saigon, all of those guys, like, they were super talented, but they all had cosigns and they all had the DJs backing them, and they were performing all throughout the city. My first show ever as Mickey Factz, I was in China. I took 4 of my friends, we performed in China. They flew us all out to China. That was my first show.
You know what's crazy? I remember where I met you. You remember the day I met you? Where we was at?
Where was we?
I used to live in Houston.
Right?
And at the time, Bun B's manager, Bone, I got tied in with him. So he like, yo, Big Sean is performing tonight. It was Big Sean and I think somebody else was performing.
In Houston?
But in Houston. And you were opening. I went there. I went backstage with Bone. Sean walks in. I see Mickey. Oh, he's like, yo, like, oh, we've been cool ever since that day.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That was at the House of Blues. Slim Thug was there at that show.
Yep.
Bun was there at that show.
I remember Lil Flip was back there too.
Lil Flip
yeah.
was back there too. Yeah, I remember that show. Me and Sean had did a Texas run. We had did a whole Texas run, and that was a great time. Shout out to Big Sean.
I think when we refer to the golden era of hip hop, we obviously like refer to the 90s, refer to the Biggies and the Pacs and all those moments that we remember. But I think like that whole like blog era and that whole like XXL pure era, that was like a golden era to like our age group kind of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like the shows was packed, the bars were good. You know what I'm saying? We were talking about who's going to be the next Jay, who's going to be the next this one, who's going to be the next that one, and that has just completely dissolved. Like, how do you feel about today's landscape versus when you were coming up?
I mean, I think we, I think we should have gotten a lot more appreciation, because a lot of us was still keeping it pure, and we were still like, green-eyed. We wanted to be MCs. It's just that we dressed differently. And if the hip-hop purists the hip-hop purists and the OGs would have just went with what we were doing, we wouldn't have what we have now. You know what I'm saying? Because they took what we did and just, I don't want to say bastardize it, but they just turned it into something completely different. Because we was coming in with bars. Like, I had to literally have rhymes ready all the time, because every other week I was ciphering with Corey Guns and it was getting captured. And Corey is not easy to rhyme with. You know what I'm saying? So like, we were trying to uphold that standard. And then, the commenters and they wasn't with it. They still was stuck in this 90s mentality. And then the next thing you know, the labels went towards the route of what it is now. And people have, the only people that they have to blame is themselves for not just supporting what we were trying to do. We wasn't trying to be one-hit wonders. We was really, we were the children of Rakim, KRS,
Word.
Big, Nas, Wu. So it's like we were trying to keep that afloat. Now we have what we have, and people got to deal with that and live with that.
So question for the room, right? So I remember there was an episode of Drink Champs where, I forget who the guest was, but Nori was like, I'm going to be real, it's our fault that like the South got hip hop and just ran with it, and it took so long for like a next generation from New York to get on, because he's like, we hate it. Like on like Mickey, he basically said on Mickey's generation, they were hating like, nah, like we trying to hold on forever instead of trying to make their own labels, sign artists, and push them correctly. Like they wanted to feature on everything and prioritize their albums. Do you agree with that? Like, do you think that led to the big South takeover? And
absolutely. I mean, the South was always fire though. I don't want to put down the South. Like, y'all had dope artists and have dope. There's still dope artists that's coming out of the South. I just feel like now it's like an oversaturation of it. Now it's just like, you go to Indiana, they trying to sound like the South. You go to Iowa, they trying to sound like the South. You go to Boise, Idaho, they trying to sound like the South. It's not the same anymore. The sound has taken over, which is fine. Right. Everybody should have a sound, but like now it's oversaturated.
MJ, from your perspective, since you're the only one on the panel from the South, right?
Yep.
Even though you're a barsmith,
Yes.
from the South.
Yes.
So, like, what, like, how did you see that transition? Like, were you like, yes, fine, like this? Were you up there like Andre, like the South got something to say, or were you like, oh no, like New York about to lose it? Like we got it.
All right. So the way we saw it now, I've heard people like Pimp C and Bun B, like they spoke like it was never against the North. It was never, because our favorite rappers are from the North. You know what I mean? We love Jay-Z, we love Nas. So it was just, we wanted to be included or heard in the same vein. So when that never happened, and that appreciation, like kind of what he said, like the North never embraced y'all as the next generation, and they never embraced the South as real rap. So finally, when you finally get on and get our chance, which was Andre, the South got something to say, it was like, yo, all we needed was the opportunity, and down here, the infrastructure is different. So here we have like, everybody here has a car. Okay, versus up there, y'all are walking, like you said, Harlem's on hub, y'all on the train. Yep. So here, the music is different. So we got 808s, we got this, we got these clubs over here, this over here. So it's like, it was a whole like chitlin circuit being ran that never got the spotlight. So once we finally got it with a few acts like, Jermaine Dupri, Goody Mob, Outkast, it was like, oh, all we needed was a foot in the door. Now, we just finna run this, and then it was like, okay, we can get with this guy, and then we can go put 8-Ball MJG, who's been dope in the South, now never heard, and then we can do him, and then we can go to the Suave House, and we can go get Rap A Lot, No Limit, Cash Money. Y'all never getting it back. You know what I mean? And so it's never getting it back, because we've been sitting here waiting, and No Limit got 50 acts. Cash Money got 10 good ones.
So for you, it started back then.
We just needed, that. So kind of like when it went from the east to the west, and then kind of back to the east, and then like once the South got it, we were just kind of waiting on it. And it, like you said, it hasn't gone back since because everybody now is different. Like the internet now is so powerful that when you see Lil Baby or Future or whatever, he's the number one guy at whatever. When the internet was bubbling, I gotta have a song after March Madness. And then I can pay and get in. See, South also is no hate going on. If you got the money, I get on the song. Lil Wayne, you hit a lighter on the song, that means he paid. Oh, he's on it. It wasn't like, I'm not doing no song with this nigga. This nigga gonna try to get my shine and get my no, I want his fan base and I want him to hear me. So that was the thing in the South. So now that's on the internet. It's like, yo, you need to sound like Lil Wayne. You need to sound like Future. You need to sound like Jeezy. Whatever the case might be, that's how it was, and it really hasn't changed from that much. There's some stars that have been made due to a label, but if you can become a star down South without a label, a major one.
So I got another one. This is kind of funny, man. PC, you're going to be able to speak to this, man, right? So there's something going on where Westside Gunn was talking about how Flex doesn't react to certain people's freestyles, right? And he took issue because he felt like when Benny and Conway was ready to do their freestyles, Flex wasn't there on time. He dubbed one of the freestyles. And then he's like, well, when you watch the footage, he just sitting there like not reacting. But he's like, yo, every time you see him around one of these hype, like the Lil Yachty's or something, he like, you know what I'm saying? But if you notice, Mickey got some reaction from his freestyle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, did you go in there with the mentality of, oh, like I'm fighting to get a Flex reaction? You like, I'm just gonna do my thing. Is that a thing with rappers that go up there?
I didn't know what to expect. I agree with you though. I think that Flex, if you have a lot of popularity behind you, or you have like, if you look a certain way, he's gonna react to just that. Mm-hmm. He didn't really react to Lux. He was just like looking. You know what I'm saying? So like, I kind of went in there, called him out, said his name a couple times, and I was able to get that reaction. But like, I didn't know what to expect going in there, because again, Flex is Flex, so you kind of have to do what you do. Like, I've been in many ciphers and many radio stations where the people react. He is the toughest one to get a reaction on.
He does that on purpose?
I don't know if he does it on purpose. I just think he be in his own world. I went up there twice. The second time I went up there, he kept his mask on the whole time.
Everybody can't come up here. The time when I think it was Lil Yachty or somebody was terrible, he was about to cry.
It was Designer.
It was Designer? Oh yeah, he was about to cry. He was like, everybody can't come up here. Right.
Not even this nigga.
He's never coming back.
Not even this nigga.
Right. So
trash should get a duo.
Yeah. So what was Westside Gunn's like point of view when he was like, you think he had, and does the camp feel like he has a point? Like, Flex really be doing that?
They weren't happy with Flex at all. Like, the second time they tried to come redeem themselves, Flex just no-showed them. They were sitting in the lobby the whole time. They was like, I don't think he's gonna come. You guys want to try another day? I'm sorry.
That's crazy to do that to New York, or the future of New York artists.
The last time I went there, I waited like a good hour and a half, 2 hours.
That's what they said.
2 hours.
Hour and a half, 2. They just left.
Hey, he from the era of we want to see how bad you want it.
I guess but the thing is, I flew up to do it, so like I had to get it done. And what's interesting is, I barely got any reaction. We couldn't tape anything for other angles, pause, and it was just tough. So then, like the following week, I went up to LA Leakers, and it was like, they treated me like I was Jay.
That's fire.
Mm-hmm.
They reacted. They was going crazy. They put me in the green room. They was like, yo, you want water? You want some drinks? It was a different vibe. They was happy. They was like, yo, you know anybody else we could bring up? You know anybody else that's new that we should bring up?
That's dope.
The first time I went, not the first time. The second time I went up there, I had Daylight with me. That was the reason Daylight got on the LA Leakers show.
Talk heavy.
So they were like, yo, Mickey, that Daylight shit was crazy. Who else you have? I'm like, yo, y'all should bring Geechee Gotti up here. So I'm calling Geechee. He never picked up the phone. He was sick.
Wow.
Oh no.
So like, but it's a difference. After I did my freestyle, me and Flex took pictures. He got up, he walked out. It's just a different energy. He's from the olden days, so it's a little different.
I don't get that. But salute to you, because that and the LA Leakers freestyles was some of the best on those channels. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
So you're Renegade, you become Mickey Factz.
Yeah.
Something that I didn't mention was you might have been the first rapper I saw with a deal with a major car manufacturer.
Yes.
So around the time where I first started seeing your name, you were in a Honda commercial.
Yes.
How does your paralegal background and your schooling have anything to do with you being able to lock that in for yourself? Good management, like how did that come about?
Nah, I just went to the casting call. My man Rich Nice was like, yo, Honda is looking for a rapper for their next Accord campaign, and you should try out for it. So I went, I did it. Couldn't find out. Busta tried out, Q-Tip tried out, Asher Roth tried out, Cuddy tried out. A lot of people tried out. They picked me because they was like, all these other guys came in here, Chains, Super Designer, everything I said before. And they was like, yo, you came in here, you know, you kind of look like you know how to move your money. You dress practical. You fly, but you dress practical. It looks like you're going to last a long time. And that's what Hondas are. So it was brand alignment.
That's fire.
That's hard.
Brand alignment. You remember when Gravy was telling the story about when he tried out for the big role and he was the only one that went in there, Coogee down and stuff like that? That started making me think, all right, like when you step into a certain building, like whether it's a job interview, whatever you got going on, like recognize the brand and look the part.
Yes.
I'm thinking it like, how you go into a Honda commercial looking like a Bentley driver? That don't make no sense. But that's smart. That's smart on your behalf.
I didn't even have a license when I got this. It goes back to what he was saying about New York. Like we didn't drive, so it was like I didn't even have a license when I got my commercial. So when I did the commercial when I'm driving, they had to have a stuntman in the back, like hiding underneath the seats, because it was illegal for me to be driving in LA with this car.
That's crazy.
That's the
wow.
Yeah.
So what is like we know what that Mercedes money is like. We know what that BMW money is like. The Bentley money, we hear it in all the raps. What's that Honda money like, man? What's that Accord Civic bread like, man?
I mean, it was so. I've never seen a rapper do a Benz commercial or anything like that. It's always like a certain demographic. They market to 40-year-old, 50-year-old, 60-year-old people because they typically have the money for it.
Right.
Honda's was marketed towards young males between the ages of 26 and 35. They paid me $10,000 just to do it. But I did the song for the commercial. Then they paid me to do all the internet commercials, which is like $1,000 each. I did like 10 of those. Then they paid me to do the song, which was like $5,000. So right now I'm at like 25,000. And I was like, that's all I'm getting. And it was like, just wait, right? So when the commercial airs, then it was mailbox money. I probably made about $200,000 off that commercial.
That's dope.
Because every time the commercial ran, I got paid for being in the commercial. Then I got paid for my music in the commercial. So it was two types of checks coming in. And they had bought out like 4 months of commercial time, ad space on BT and on MTV and all of these different places. So it aired all the time, like at least 20, 30 times a day. So, and I'm in the commercial and my music is in the commercial. So I'm getting checks I go to the mailbox, $700 check on Tuesday, Wednesday, $2,500 check, Thursday, $200 check, Friday, $10,000 check. Every day. I'm going to the mailbox every day. I'm going to the bank they knew me at the bank. They was like, yo, what is going on? There's so many checks.
This nigga stealing. Yeah, they want to get you.
Yo, so could you like, for people like us and also the people at home, like we always hear about artists getting destroyed on their royalties, not getting their back end, whatever. How do you go into a deal like that? Like what do you do to safeguard yourself? How do you protect your music, and how do you make sure you get residual back end?
I mean, it was an ad agency, so like they're not coming to get any of that money. I was an artist, and I didn't sign a record deal. I did my deal after the Honda commercial, so the label couldn't come in and try to take any money. I just went in there. I had my stuff ready to go in terms of publishing. They paid me for the stuff. It was just a no-brainer. Like, I think, I was a part of SAG. I had worked so many hours that I was officially with the Screen Actors Guild. So like, I paid my dues. All of that was there. Like there was no sneaky person to come in and take money from me.
So if you're an independent artist, you got a deal like that on the table, you need to be set up with SAG.
Well, if you do the hours, SAG, you automatically get into SAG. A lot of people don't just get into SAG. I did about 40 hours in like 2-3 days. And as far as the music goes, I was already signed with ASCAP at the time. I was with ASCAP. And so I was getting the royalty money, I was getting the mailbox money, and then I got paid up front. So it was just like a triple dip.
So the 5 was the upfront.
5 was the upfront, yes.
And the 195 was the back end.
Well, not one. It was like 170. 175 was the back end.
Right.
Because when people do commercials, they don't get money. They don't get double the money. Like they get the appearance fee, and then they get that residual income from the appearance fee. I had got paid for the appearance fee, the residual fee, and the music, and the residual fee on the music. So it was a double whammy, and then they played it over and over and over again. I was begging them to put it on the Super Bowl, but at the time, that was $1 million for a commercial, so they wasn't trying to make that happen.
So another question I want to ask you is, tell us a unknown Mickey Factz story about, like, was there a situation where you were about to be on one of the biggest labels in the game? Was there a situation where you got a call from somebody nobody would ever think that you got a call from? Like, what's your damn, like, mama I made it Mickey Factz moment?
I mean, there's a couple. I feel like when I started putting a song out every week, that was unheard of. Like Crooked Eye was putting out a freestyle every week, but like freestyle every week is different from a song. So I was getting calls from everybody. Like everybody was calling me. Every label was calling me. Lenny S called me like, yo, they want to sign you here at Def Jam. We went up to Def Jam. Atlantic called me, yo, they want to sign you at Atlantic. I went to every single record label. So that really wasn't really like kind of like a thing for me.
What's the most you turned down?
I turned down, well, it was more so like the numbers wasn't right. This is the 360 era. So like I was very adamant on not taking a lot of money. Because again, I was a paralegal. So I was very adamant on not taking a lot of money. I was very adamant on owning as much as I could going into the situation, having as much leverage as I possibly could. So I turned down a lot of deals because they wanted 360s. And I'm like, how you gonna give me a 360? I'm coming to you with a television spot. At the time, I had EA Sports in my back pocket. I was in like 7 video games at the time. I had damn near a super deal. You know what I'm saying? So like it was tough for them to take that from me. It was just I was coming into the game with too much power and leverage, so they couldn't. I was just turning deals down. And plus I was working with everybody. Like I had a record with Ye, I had a record with Wayne. I put Drake on his first like big attention record. Like I had this stuff with Cudi. I had 2 records with Kendrick. Like it was too much. Like it was just undeniable at that time. You know what I'm saying? So on tour with Nas, like it was just too much.
So
too much.
I know a story, man. I've never seen you tell this on camera. Can you tell us, one day me and you were having to talk about Kanye West.
Right.
And you told me about when you were writing for Kanye West. And you told me the type of person he is and how he was giving out points in the studio, even to like the pizza delivery dude. Can you tell us that story?
Yeah, so like Ye is the type of person, if you're in the session like you are a part of the creation of what he's doing. So like a person could come in and deliver pizza, or a person could come in and clean up something, or a person could come in and be a friend of somebody. Depending on his mood, like he'll give you publishing on it because you were a part of that creation. I think that's outrageous. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To give somebody a percentage of a record, like, and just change their life, because Ye's streaming numbers and just his sales at the time, still to this day, they're life changing for a lot of people. And he does that constantly. You know what I'm saying? And just being in sessions with Ye, I've been in sessions with Ye since 2007. You know, it's one of those things where it's like he's a gumbo guy. Like, you do this verse, you do this verse, you do this verse, you do this verse. Everybody's doing verses, and he just picked the best lines and then just put it together.
So do you get paid like that? Like,
yeah, I mean, you get your publishing off there.
Yeah.
So let's say he picks 2 of your lines, and they make it on My Dark Twisted Fantasy, right?
Yeah, you get publishing.
So is there a difference between him picking a whole verse and him picking the lines as a writer?
So how publishing works is, if I give you a line or two, I get 1 or 2% of the record, right? Mm-hmm. If I give you a whole verse, then I get like 15, 16% of the record. You know what I'm saying? And then whoever comes up with the chorus, like, you know, Ye is always gonna, you know, he's gonna get his points, because most times he's making his money off the production. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like, it doesn't really matter to him, and plus he's mad rich. So he's like, you know, I think that's just good business, being able to spread the wealth like that. You know what I'm saying?
One thing I remember he did, I think on 808s and Heartbreaks, he said he was inspired by T-Pain, you know, because he was using auto-tune. And I think he gave T-Pain a point or a half a point on the whole album, and T-Pain's not even on it.
He's not even on that album?
Not even on it. He just said because...
He got a point of the entire album?
Yes.
Because he used auto-tune.
Because he was like, I wouldn't have came up with this without you, so I just wanted to give it you.
But that's the type of person Ye is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's very true.
That's fire.
Yeah.
So how did you stop rapping and land a role in A Different World?
I mean, you know, when you this handsome, you know, things like that happen.
Yo, so once again, you got Renegade, you got Paralegal Mickey, you know what I'm saying? You got Mickey Factz with all the deals and putting out a song a week. How do you become battle rapper Mickey Factz?
I was in the culture so much, and people were saying that I was talking about the culture so much. Excuse me, I call it the community. It was talking about the community so much. I was like, I got to take a battle so they could stop bothering me. So I took the Danger Zone battle, and it went how it went. I felt it was a good match, but then people were like, "Oh, it was a 1-rounder." So I was like, "All right." So then I took the Daylight battle. 4 years later, beat Daylight. He wasn't taking it serious. I was like, okay, I got to do another one. So then I took the DNA battle. I took the DNA battle, and I took it on the beat battle. And that went how I went. You know, I feel like it was a debatable classic, but I got the best DNA ever. Like, there will never be a better version of him. I definitely think
that's the best DNA ever.
There will never be a better version.
Nah,
you think that was better than Get Smacked out of here?
Yes.
That's 100%. That's the best DNA ever.
Okay. That's the best DNA ever. But mind you, like, I'm not a battle rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he felt that he had to be the best version against me.
Word. Mm-hmm.
Like, he had to, because he knew how good I was and how good I am. So he's like, yo, I can't play with him, because he, you know, we've been going back and forth for so long. So that went how it went, cool. And then I took the Verb battle, because I just wanted to do one more RBE and just be like, all right, I did my job.
So now you're done. That was your swan song.
Yeah, I mean, you could say it was my swan song. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Depending if they come back with a super big bag, then yeah, I'll come back.
So, tell us about Pendulum Ink. You started your own school. You've been dropping a lot of videos on social media, breaking down rap from a technical aspect, showing people how to rhyme. We see you giving seminars and classes alongside people like Bun B. What made you put all the hours in to build something like this, and how's it going? Because it looks very successful from the outside looking in.
So it just came from seeing some of my peers, you know, passing away and not having like their business affairs in order, and also just kind of like this. There was no retirement plan for rappers, and I just was like, well, what do you do after you're done performing? You should teach and give back, and that's why I created it. I reached out to Chilla, a couple other people, and we put this thing together. And now, you know, like you said, we've had so many people come in and teach. We got Benny teaching next month. You know what I'm saying? Like, my Rolodex is insane. So, like, I could just reach out to who I need to reach out to pull up and teach at the school. We show love, and I think it's an important thing. For me, you know, the whole Pendulum Ink thing is very successful. You know, I went on Twitter and I was asking for interns because I'm doing so much of the work. That's why I asked for help. But I feel like it is a successful space. We have people, you know, paying tuition to learn how to be better. They're interacting with MCs that they've been listening to for all their life.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? You can't beat that nowhere. We got a graduation coming in less than a month.
How do you decide how you graduate?
Well, you got to go through the senior class. The senior class is advanced rhythm and style, which is basically getting MCs out of their comfort zone to be able to do licensed work. Like, if I'm teaching MCs how to be super, super lyrical in the junior class with Chilla, if Yachty hits us up and be like, yo, we want one of your artists to rhyme on this type of beat and do this type of style, these artists got to be able to do that. Or if Coca-Cola wants you to do like a Twister style record and they come to Pendulum Ink, we need to be able to give you somebody that can do that. And you can't do that if you're just doing the same thing over and over again. So we graduate MCs when they leave out of that space. We give MCs certificates when they finish their particular course track, but you got to be able to pass this particular course in order to kind of go to the next level.
And now, how do you go about getting accreditation? Because it's technically like a rap school.
Right.
Right? How do you get a rap school accredited?
So I can get my school accredited if I want, but then it's a lot of red tape that comes along with it. So like, there'll be people telling me that the curriculum has to be this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, and then to me, that's not hip hop. So we're accredited by the OG MCs. You know, anytime you see us announce an MC pulling up, that's us being accredited.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Right.
So
I like that.
Method Man, Inspector Deck, Fonte, Benny, you know what I mean?
So let me ask
Pharaoh.
you, when you say coming to teach, what exactly does the artist that comes on for that segment do? They teach you how to a breakdown of their style, or how does it work?
So for instance, we had Twister pull up, right? So we had Twister pull up. We asked him straight up, like, because it's more like an interview, but it's an interview not like this where we talking about my life story. We're talking about
Educational.
how they rhyme,
Uh-huh.
how they put it together, how they're able to flow on beat, the mental health aspect of it, and then they'll go into their own little secret space and how they put it together, and then we have the students ask them questions, specifically how they write rhymes.
That's dope.
So now you get in an in-depth look at how they put their stuff together. Like Daylight pulled up and he was like, yo, the shit is like Legos for me. So like I'll write like a word like bass, and then I'll say, shit, bass got like 4 or 5 meanings to it, so I'll just build out bass from that, and then I'll just put words together like that. Or Inspector Deck, when he came in, he was like, yo, I got this thing called Inception Rhyme, where like I'll have a word that's like crackhead, and then after I rhyme it with, after I say give me back bread, then I give you smoking like a crackhead, flathead, he calls that the Inception Rhyme, where he flips it over. So we have stuff like, we have technique terminology for these things, but each MC does everything differently. You know what I'm saying? And we've had some of the best lyricists ever pull up and teach, you know what I'm saying? And they give their own.
That's another thing I wanted to ask. How do y'all come up with the terminology?
I mean, a lot of it is just, you know, we would write out what we had. So me and Chilla, before before we started this, me and Chilla was always thinking of different names for shit.
Yeah.
So like he had scheming. Like I haven't heard nobody say scheming before Chilla Jones. Right. Period. Big T came up with letter 4. Like the terminology of it, he came up with that. So it's like, all right, letter 4, number pun, cool. It's just a very simple fix. I came up with chain punching. I came up with glitching, is when you say the same word over and over and over and over and over, like beef and broccoli. I like my weed mixed beef and broccoli. Go to the store, order me some beef and broccoli. Mess it with me and put you underneath the beef and broccoli. For those that don't know, that's the grass and dirt. You know what I'm saying? Like that's glitching. So like we have a term for everything that anybody does. Doesn't matter, because we know how to do everything. You know what I mean? So for us, you know, it was all about putting terminology with science, with the science of how to do it. You know what I'm saying? And as long as you can do that, you should be able to be good.
I know my son Rain read your book, the Pendulum Ink book, and he told me, he said, bro, I'm not even gonna front. This book is ill. He said, if you read this top to bottom afterwards, you will really be a whole different MC. No funny. He said that.
He's talking about this book right here, Pendulum. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to pass it around.
Hold on. Let us know we can purchase that. You got the Amazon link. What's going on?
No Amazon link because, you know, I don't want them taking 55% of my money. But you could go on pendulumink.com. You know what I'm saying? Right now it's sold out. I got a bunch of books coming on the way. But yeah, you know, $50 for the book plus shipping, so it comes out to about $65.
Great quality. We talking 200 plus
200 pages, all full color. It's a beautiful book, and it's heavy.
It is heavy.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it's worth it. It's knowledge you won't get anywhere else. You're not gonna find anything like that on the internet.
I like that.
I need that book.
Yeah, facts.
Salute to black entrepreneurs, black rappers, black authors. I like that, man. You making moves out here.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that. Thank you.
So Mickey, let me ask you. So with you being a wordsmith and understanding what every style there is in rap and the whole nine, what are your top 5 rappers of all time? And you can base it on your own, you know, criteria, because you talking about, you understand wordplay, you understand marketing, you understand beat selection, you understand all the nuances, pluses and minuses, things that other person would be like, who cares that this person is really rapping what he really went through? They don't care that. But for somebody like you that really understands the X's and O's behind this, who's your top 5?
Of all time?
All time.
For me, I would put Jay.
Okay.
I'll put Nas.
Okay.
I put Big.
Okay.
I would put, man, it gets tough after those 3 for me.
Okay.
Mainly because there's so much that goes into it.
They fluctuate or nah?
I mean, this is all time, so like it always fluctuate. I'd put Snoop in there.
Okay. I understand why.
You know, because I think what Snoop was able to do and still does is still very, very high quality. And then honestly, in terms of MC of all time, for me, I'm gonna put Common in there for me.
Common?
Yeah.
Like water for chocolate? B?
I'm gonna put Common in there.
Wow.
Okay. I've never heard someone put Common in their top 5. I know MJ, I know what you was thinking the whole time. Ain't no Tupac?
I was wondering when he was gonna say Tupac Shakur. I was wondering.
I mean, I
put
think
Common over Tupac?
Oh, come on.
I mean, I just feel like it's a tough thing.
It's a personal joint.
Yeah, I mean, again, because you could interchange Common with Pac, you could interchange Common with Lil Wayne, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's,
Thank you, Lil Wayne is.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to show love to each genre, each space.
There's no right or wrong.
It's no right or wrong.
Gotcha.
It's just tough because again, you know, Big, he shot 100% from the field. It's hard to not have Big there. It's hard to not have Nas there. He's been here since 93, 94. Like, it's hard not to have Snoop there, who inspired an entire generation. It's hard not to have, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just too much. Now, in terms of lyricists right now, that's easy. I got Black Thought, Elzhi, Fonte, Lupe, Ransom. Those 5.
Ooh,
What about?
Red.
I got one for you, right? Top 5 under 30.
Top 5 under 30. Corday.
I like that answer.
Wow.
I like that.
I like Corday.
I like that.
I don't know how old this nigga is, but I want to say Jid.
JID.
JID,
Yep.
I heard he was older though.
He's like 31, 32.
He right
Yeah.
there. He right there.
Yeah, he right there.
So Jid, Corday, who else, man? Under 30 is tough.
Oh.
Who would y'all nominate?
Oh, I got one.
ahead.
Kodak Black.
Kodak.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't.
Kodak Black.
Can we have an honest conversation about Kodak? Black,
Let's.
Let's do
Listen.
Let's. What are you talking about?
Listen, I didn't plan. Let me put my notes down. I ain't playing for this today. Let's have an honest conversation about Kodak Black.
Lady
right?
London.
Oh, Lady London.
Okay.
I'll put Lady London in there for me.
Oh, this joint super heavy.
It's super heavy.
Yeah, I gotta think more. Y'all could
All
continue.
right.
Shout
So
out.
hold on. Back to this Kodak Black thing real quick.
What is
right?
you on?
I want to know, Mr. I'm from the South, right?
Yes.
So like, hip hop is in an era right now where people have been so bad. I believe that we're underrated.
I
overrating
agree with that.
certain artists.
100%.
So what I want to say about Kodak Black
Okay.
is when I think about the Southern rappers that we grew up listening to,
Yes.
that weren't even in the top 10. People like 8 Ball and MJG.
Yes.
Right? The new rappers that we're crowning have nowhere near that talent level.
Careful.
They have street appeal, they have popularity, and some of them can put words together. And I'm not just talking about the South. I mean, a lot of these new rappers coming out now.
Okay.
If I was an A&R and I heard Kodak, I'm not saying in this era of, oh, we can sell them. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying like, if I'm an A&R and I'm specifically listening for talent,
Yeah.
Kodak Black don't give me what I got when I first heard
I don't know
Big
what you're
Crit.
talking about.
When like Big Crit came out, I was like, oh, the Self they got one.
one, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
When you talk about new artists that pop up, even when I heard JID, I don't hear the same thing from Kodak
Okay.
Black.
I'll
I
explain.
see what's going on with Kodak Black, and I understand it, and I understand the audience that he appeals to, but I think he is very overrated because you're saying that he's one of, not you, but
Yes.
hip hop is saying
I'm
that he's
saying.
one of the defining artists of the
Yes.
younger generation. And
I think he is.
I do not agree with that.
Okay. Let me explain why. H, don't get started. Don't get
Shout
started.
out
H.
H.
Don't get started.
I see
H.
you, bro.
Okay, so first of all, there's bias in everything that we're talking about. New York is the mecca of hip hop and of rapping. So the bias, you don't know that you have bias, but you like a New York rapper. You, especially if you from up top, you like that. So when Andre 3000 is not gonna register in your ear the same. It's a different dialect. It's a different accent. You
Nah,
don't
he
really rock
registered
with-
in my ear.
Okay, but.
Yeah.
I'm bringing it down.
Always
hold
getting
on,
the
I'm
3,000.
taking- hold on, let me land.
What the
Careful, Mickey.
fuck?
Careful, Mickey.
Let me land. I'm taking baby steps. I'm saying that because that's different from Jay-Z, who it's upper echelon, and then you come down to Andre 3000, who also is the top level.
Can we stick with?
Yeah.
Can we stick
Why,
with?
what's up with
Kodak?
Kodak?
I'm going.
'Cause Kodak
Can we
is not
stick
in
with
the same
Kodak?
class.
Let me land. Okay.
As Andre.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, okay, and then you come down to T.I., y'all can still digest. Hold on, y'all can still digest.
Ain't too much
it.
coming down
Can
to
I
T.I.
land?
He up
Can I
there.
land?
Okay,
Can I
go
land?
ahead, go ahead.
Can I land? Okay,
I
the
live?
natural and the hip hop fan can digest T.I.
Mm-hmm.
because it's in the same format as a Jay-Z. It's the same lyrical thing. He's just saying with a different accent
Okay.
and a different thing. Kodak Black is South Florida. Shout out to FL. You understand? So everything he's saying is just like Jay-Z. You just don't hear it the same because you don't speak it. You don't understand what he's
No,
saying.
I understand, but let me tell you this.
Which is
I
what-
I understand Trick Daddy.
Okay. Yeah.
That's South
Okay,
Florida.
yes.
Hold on, let me give you another one. I understand Denzel Curry.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I even understand Trina.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I understand Kodak Black, but you are putting him in the
I'm
platinum
telling you,
group
okay.
of elite
I'm telling you,
MCs of a generation.
I'm telling you that Kodak Black is more talented than everybody you just named.
Oh, what?
I'm telling you that. Okay, you know why Kendrick Lamar, who's top of the food chain, didn't call Denzel Curry? Because he ain't that good. You know why he didn't call Trick Daddy? It's 'cause he's not. Who did Kendrick Lamar call to be on his album? Kodak Black. Kodak Black is incredible. And you gotta think Kodak Black is what, 24 years old? 25 years old and been in jail more than everybody combined.
Listen, we all in the same age group. When we were growing up, 17-year-old Nas was incredible. Biggie was incredible.
Yes.
Pop was incredible.
I'm not gonna lie. My man for cutting your wisdom. If Kodak, God forbid, Kodak died today, and niggas dissected his music, he's out of there.
I'm telling you,
out of there, bro. Really speaking that message the same way Pac and them was when they was that same age.
Thank you.
No funny, bro. He's too young to be able to have a message in his music the way that he does, bro.
You got it.
You really need to listen to what bro be talking.
No, I listen. I'm gonna give you an example that I know what I'm talking about, right?
Wow.
There is a song with Dreezy, Black, and Kodak Black.
He said, "How I'm too young to drink, but I'm old enough to go to the army and fight for the whole country."
Listen.
He got it, bro.
Mickey, tell me if you
He
feel
was
me on
making
this,
a
right?
whole lot of comparisons.
No.
That's not.
I'm a little disappointed in you, PC, and I'm gonna tell you why. Right?
Son, this
It's not. I understand that he has a message as the poet you're supposed to be as a rapper. The way you put your words together,
got it.
He does not put them together on an elite level.
What are you talking about?
Like some of his peers that are looked at on that elite tier do. That song is a great example. Who has the worst verse on that song?
He has the best verse.
Yeah, the best verse.
He has the best verse on it.
Yes. What?
June. On the song
He
with
has the best verse.
and Kodak Black. My word is bond as fuck. These verses ain't.
He has the best verse.
No, he does not. How?
We're listening to that. We're listening to that after the joint.
Dude, how can you say that?
Bro, I don't. It's very hard to impress me with punchlines because I do that. I don't want to hear you do what I do. You feel what I'm saying?
I know it.
I want to hear you do what I don't do, bro, and I can receive that better, bro, because I'm very critical, and I'm gonna critique it to the T if you trying to come into my type of world. But if that's not what you do, I can actually receive and digest your music way more, bro.
The way you feel about Kodak is how I felt about XXX Tentacion.
Got you.
I don't get the same thing from them two.
But you rock with the X, right?
You like Triple X?
Yeah. And when you put me on X and really got me on this music, I was like, yo, this young dude is dope. He's like a jack of all trades.
I never dove into his.
He's a jack of all trades. He's like a talented, like troubled child, but talented.
They all are.
Yeah. But talented though. But
that's all everybody in rap history.
Kodak Black though he's got the pain and of like Tupac.
So what about NBA Youngboy then?
Okay,
I can't get into him.
I can't get into his music either, but he has the streets. He has the swag. He got the spirit of it. Now his skill level might not be to our liking, but he's got that part of it. I'm telling you is Kodak Black has that and he's got the skill.
That's a fact. Hold on. Who had the best verse on that song?
I thought Dreezy did. I'm not even going.
Okay, we'll listen to that after the pod.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something first. Kodak Black said on the Kendrick Lamar album, he says, "Every Sunday is Son's Day. Teach my boys to be a man. They ain't had no father." Hold on. He said every Thursday is Girls' Day. Spending time with my daughters make me go harder. Every Sunday is Son's Day. Teach my boys to be man. They ain't had no father. Fell in love with the block. I ain't had no pop. Got shot with a shotgun in Mossberg. We were stacking up paper. Awkward diamonds look like marbles. Audemars look like water. It's there, dog. Like
you want to know what the difference between Kodak?
I'm saying it in a way you can heir it, but
in a J. Cole or Tupac or whatever. He had to Google that, right? Straight phone with it.
I'm saying
straight phone with it.
No. Listen, I didn't want to mess it up because it's so intricate. Is what I'm saying. Like
How come you ain't know it off the top?
I knew it. I didn't want to mess it up. I knew to go get it. I knew to go get it.
Shout out Kodak Black.
Like, just think about it. Hold on. Since Mickey's
Kodak.
here.
I like Kodak.
But since Mickey's here, think about it. We've been listening to rap for 30, 40 years, right? And you hear Sunday. How many times, and you never
you're
thought.
not going to Pendulum Ink this verse, bro.
I'm finna Pendulum Ink.
You're not going to Pendulum Ink that verse.
How many times have we heard the word Sunday and we never correlated with our actual son?
No, you're not doing that.
You never did. It took a 20-year-old to do this.
Ink, School for the Gifted and Talented MCs said we're not doing
the only person that did something kind of like that to my mind was like Wu-Tang. Well, yo, you my son, you shine like one, but that's different. That's different than what he's saying.
That's mathematics.
Every Thursday is Girls Day. Teach my girls to be smart and make me go harder. Teach my sons on Sundays. Dog, do you hear?
And for everybody at home that hears this argument, he's proving my point.
Don't downplay Kodak Black. Go listen to Kodak Black, and you're gonna be like, nah, this dude. Go listen to a song he got called Versatile. And
I think Kodak, in my opinion, being who I am with my school, I think what attracts me to Kodak is how he says it. It's not what he's writing. Like, what he's writing is not this super intricate stuff. It's not
right.
That's not the caveat for Kodak. The caveat for Kodak is the content.
Yes.
It is the delivery.
Yes.
It is his flow.
Yeah.
It is his inflections, his tonality. It's how he's saying it. And when you say stuff in that way, it meshes well with the production. It's the same thing with 2 Chainz. I'm a huge 2 Chainz fan.
Fire.
2 Chainz is punchline heavy. Not to the level of PC, but he's punchline heavy, and how he says stuff is fire.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas a New York East Coast MC is operating off of the old English. They're operating off old English. Right? So they're gonna say things that the entire country can understand. From LA to the South.
That's the bias I talk about.
Right? No, it is. It is.
Yeah.
I'm not against that. When accents came into play into the culture, it first started with the West Coast. You know, and how they was gangbanging. This is new dialect. Same thing when Chicago came in, Common. Then the South came in. Instead of saying man, they were saying Maine. This is all of these things is what Jay Electronica was saying. Hating on, but jacking the slang. This is like a real thing, right? But I'm a huge Trick Daddy fan. Like, I'm a Trick Daddy fan. Like,
you don't know that?
I love Trick, right? And being able to, I understand what he's saying. Like, if an artist from the East Coast is not open to understanding and being able to to adhere to the genius of a Southern artist.
There you go.
Relax.
They're always going
Facts.
It's true.
Facts.
Because if they're not willing to just give it a chance,
they don't. We don't.
Right?
We don't.
You look at and it's always the same people that they reference, right? Andre 3000.
Yeah.
T.I. This person. But then you got guys like Saha that can hang.
God. See, no. I feel what you were saying
I'm not
about Kodak applies to Saha.
But I'm not done.
To me, Saha is the best rapper in rapping period that's still current.
Relax. But go ahead, Mickey. Go ahead, Mickey. Mickey.
So you got Saha, right?
Saha.
Yes. I don't, depending on the Mason Dixon, you got Pusha T. You got Fonte. You got Cole. Like, New York tries to claim
those should be the niggas that we should have named.
But no, but
they should. When we said the 5 right now, okay, word, okay, my bad.
But these artists, they're really good.
Yes,
and they're from the South.
Yes,
very.
Even Big Boy, like, super talented.
Yeah.
Ross. There's a lot of crazy Southern artists.
CeeLo,
the best niggas are over 30. Let's just keep it a beat.
All of these MCs. Yo, you want to know who's super nice that people really especially hip hop purists, they really try to shit on this. Yo, Offset is crazy, bro.
Offset is ill.
Offset is so nice.
Takeoff is ill.
Takeoff is ill too. He be rhyming full sentences, bruh. It's just the cadence. And because
Now he went crazy on Flex.
Yo, he went ballistic.
Yes.
It's MCs in the East Coast is boom, 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 boom. It's the cadence is 1, 2, 3.
Hey, yo, I come on the block. I'm down top when my niggas in hop.
No, the fuck we don't.
That's New York.
Hell no.
Give us the selfie.
He was over there
Give us the
vibing like it was
selfie.
Rakim over there spitting. You know it.
Let us get the
I took it back
selfie.
to
Let us get the selfie real quick.
He was back home. But then when you go to the South, it's
I'm coming downtown, nigga. Fuck that. I'm gonna get my sound, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get my sound, I'm gonna get that. When I'm playing like sound, then I hit back, switch back. I'm trying to get him in the block. I'm trying to get me on the lot. I'm trying to get my sound when I get. Yeah, it's a cadence. Let's go to the West Coast. Fire. 6012, 602.
right, but like,
This nigga
You know what time it is, you know.
He's bugging the fuck
Shout out
out.
to DJ Quick too, by the way, that guy.
but I think the beauty of the South, right? And I'm from New York, but I live here in Atlanta now. The beauty of the South is there's different versions of the South.
Yes.
Like you can have the Migos cadence, like you could do that. You can have the boom bap style of Saha the Prince.
Yes.
You could have the super fast but not twisted style of Andre 3000
Yes.
and Big Boy.
Yeah.
You can have the super Miami bass of Trick Daddy. You can have the crazy slow effect of Houston. With Bun
Some of
B.
the best rappers.
Yo, you hype right now.
I'm telling you. So Slim
Chameleonaire,
Thug, Chameleonaire was my favorite rapper, bro. Don't even talk to me about
And then
Chameleonaire.
you go to Memphis. You got those guys in Memphis. Like it's just the South really has so
A variety.
many
There
different
you go.
styles.
Yes.
I understand why the South doesn't want to let it go because New York had really one style.
I understand why they don't like us.
Over and over
Yes.
and over.
And I'm gonna tell you something.
Biggie came.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you something. The New York had that style. It was remember before it was very simple. And then y'all niggas went crazy when you heard Nas rap 4 lines without breathing. Y'all niggas, to connect the whole sentence, don't look crazy now, H. You know what I'm talking about. Y'all niggas thought that nigga was a prodigy just because the nigga didn't take a breath.
He wasn't?
I'm saying he is, but I'm telling you that's just he's a golden child. He just named 5 different pockets with 5 different golden childs that break the mold of traditional rap that you just won't never hear because ain't nobody trying to listen to this nigga Juvenile. I don't know this, but this nigga Juvenile better than 90% of rappers from New York.
The fuck out.
All right.
No.
All right.
So, hold on. On that note, let me say this. No, on that note, look. On that note,
Yeah, he didn't just sell 6 million records.
no, listen.
Gives a damn what he sold.
6 million records on the first album.
Country Grammar went diamond. What you saying?
Don't talk about Dirty. Don't talk about Nelly. Let's not have the Nelly talk. Let's not have the Nelly talk.
Moving on,
Yeah.
there is a big battle rap card coming up.
Okay.
On rapgrid.com, by the way.
Yeah.
Make sure you purchase. Shout out to Arsenal. He hit me up about a month ago, said, yo, I'm bringing Udubb Battle League back under the new Udubb.
Is in Jersey?
New Orleans.
It's going to be in New Orleans.
Oh,
That's
word.
big.
And, for their first big card, they got a hell of a... Well, let me be real. They have a card where you see a lot of top names going against a lot of up-and-coming names. And I feel like this could be a good thing for some of these battles, and it could be a bad thing for some of these matchups, right? So just to go over some of the top names that y'all would know from this card, you got Chef Trez versus Monster, T-Top versus Young Deezy, Real Sick versus Kid Casher, which is Arsenal's artist.
I don't know any of
Official versus Loso, Tay-Rock versus Black Aladdin, Danny Myers versus Sharon, Geechee Gotti versus Enes, Shotgun Shook versus B Magic,
like that.
and Arsenal versus Capo. Now, June and PC, y'all were talking about Arsenal versus Capo before this. Like, you got Capo, who's had battles with eyes on them recently, but he hasn't really reached a top tier status, or even I would think a upper middle tier status. Getting a shot by somebody like Arsenal, is that something battle rap needs, or would y'all rather see another matchup?
I mean, after you name in the card, it kind of shows that it's like a rookie versus vet kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like
going on. So I guess it makes sense, but like other than that, it wouldn't have made sense for like a comeback Udubb card. You know what I'm saying, but if it's like to give like rookies a shot, or like not even rookies, but like lesser known battle rappers, then you know I'm all for it.
So I think when this card drop, one or two things are gonna happen. The culture is gonna say, "Damn, I was underwhelmed because I wanted to see something as big as like a high stakes where you got Hollow and Lux and
That's one of the best battle rap cards ever, by the way.
Right. No, definitely salute to them for putting that together. But what could happen is you could get 3 new stars could emerge,
yeah, for sure.
And when new battle leagues come out, I always push and say, man, you need to put some of the people you believe in position to be somebody when this card is over. So I do salute to them for doing that. Like, do you think that, all right, for example, the fact that you got a Danny Myers and Sharon, which is a rematch, but it was on caffeine, available for YouTube consumption,
nice.
while also having like Black Aladdin battle, do you feel like that's a good mix?
I do. Because like you said, it's kind of like a rookies versus vet, or like this is your chance. Like, you know, this is your opponent. He's got the views, and we can. And he could be like basically developing his own talent, kind of like, you know, URL is done or whatever the case might be. So, if, you know, this is the stage for that. I'm with that. But he's also gave us some stuff that I definitely want to see. I want to see Ines versus Geechee Gotti.
It's such an awkward matchup. It's going to be.
But I think that will be. First of all, I think Ines doesn't get his just due, and he doesn't get his flowers in hip hop and in battle rap. And he's so dope. So dope.
Let's not act like Bullpen hasn't been doing this for years. They have been giving up and coming niggas a shot against elite niggas for the beginning of the creation of the league. Like, come on, bro. Let's not try to act like this something new or whatever the case may be. Nigga, this nigga's been doing it. That's the reason why Loso is who he is today, News is who he is today, and so on and so forth. Like, come on, beloved. Let's not try to act like my son is a curator of something new, debut, rookie. Nah, bro, we not doing that, beloved. Good night.
He said good night.
But hold on, P. To be fair, though, right? The conversation is this a good move for Udubb to do coming back? And what's gonna come of this? I wasn't really comparing it. I'm just saying, like,
I'm not.
Like, are you gonna be tapped into these
for the new Udubb?
Yeah.
Is this the
Do you like this as the rebranding of Udubb? Newcomers versus the old, or were you looking for Udubb to come back with just straight old school headlines?
That's a great question.
I think it's smart for artists because he's trying to build a roster right now, and like the only way to bring
he's trying to build his own talent
roster right now would be making the battle top.
Absolutely.
So for his first card, like, all right, cool. I'm gonna get some top dudes out of like relationships that I got with them personally and put them together with this talent that I'm trying to groom right now. Yeah. So you know, it's a win-win for both.
I agree with that. I agree with that 100%.
Our artist ain't never been no dummy. So yeah.
I agree with that 100%.
So looking at this card, I honestly think that Danny Myers versus Sharon rematch might be battle of the night.
I got Loso and Official with the sleeper.
I got Geechee Ines.
What you got, P?
Y'all said the best battles on the card.
What about you, Mickey?
I just think it's supposed to be me versus B Magic in a 3-round battle instead of Suge and Magic. That's it, bro.
That's why you feel how you feel.
That's it, man.
Okay. The Arsenal reach out to PC. Let's get
Either
that poppin'.
I'm going to see Magic on over there or I'm going to see Magic on UR.
All right.
One of the two.
All right.
Wow. Okay. You know, I'm hoping that the card is successful.
I definitely want to go to New Orleans. I think it'll be a great experience.
Right. Yeah. I think I've gotten to this place now where, like, I just want to see successful cards.
Has there ever been an event in New Orleans?
Yeah. URL went there.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Not the first one.
I ain't pop out. Oh, yeah, they did. You're right. Absolutely.
The Arsenal used to live in New Orleans?
Probably.
No, he lived down south. He lived in Atlanta and Miami.
Florida?
And
I don't know why I thought.
Orlando and all that.
I don't know why I thought.
I don't know about New Orleans, but New Orleans Battle League used to have some crazy battles back when dudes like Hemi and them were first coming
I
up
hosted
and
one of
Official
those.
was getting hot. Yeah.
Oh, the NO, they
Yeah, hell yeah.
They hit the battle rap?
They been here. They get like 12
Super?
years. Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, I ain't know they.
From
Yeah.
T. Riley and all them. Shit, yeah.
What league they came up on?
Was it New Orleans Battle League?
Yeah, some shit
I
like that.
hosted an event there one time for them down there. I don't
New
know.
Orleans got the best food in America, by the way.
But
I
T.
ain't gonna lie.
Riley was there.
what?
Definitely.
Best food.
Hemi.
Yes, indeed.
It's a couple.
Yeah.
Others. Official didn't battle, but yeah, it's a couple of them out there.
Yeah, shout out to the new Udubb, man. We want to see what y'all are doing this year. RBE is taking a different approach. You know what I'm saying? Like we said before, iBattle's on the come up. I think there's room that as long as you creative and you putting together different type of cards, I think there's room in the culture to come in and just make a bang. And they already have the name brand recognition. So salute to them. Rapgrid.com. Get that. Now, into some of this other news, man. We've been having a lot of big talks lately just in the hip hop culture, just about things going on with street shit. Like YFN Lucci is getting out soon. I don't understand how this could happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see any black men locked up. So I'm happy that one is getting out. But PC, how the hell is he able to get out so fast amongst all this stuff going on in Atlanta?
Saying so but he kept his mouth closed. That's how he getting out. Like he had great opportunity to get on the stand and sing on niggas, but he kept his mouth closed. So with that being said, he was sentenced to 10. They gave him time served. They said 3.5 months he'd be eligible for parole, and they gonna grant it to him. So, bro, coming home, I respect it. I done heard they tried to do all sorts of things to bro in there to where he had opportunity to tell, like, yo, they trying to kill me in here, blah, blah. He still kept it solid. I respect it. A nigga like that need to come home, for real.
Yo, but here's one thing that confused me about that. When they dropped the footage, I think it was last year, of him in the cell, like, torturing, like, they filmed it. He was torturing some dude from the opposing gang, whatever, one of his ops, and they just put the video out on social media. So I was like, oh, he's like, I'm never coming home, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you do that? And they basically just ignore it and be like, all right, you got it.
There's certain things you can't use in the court of law. You can't bring in there. You know what I'm saying?
So since that has nothing to do with what he was like,
Son he tortured would have had to go to the boys and say he won. Yeah.
Charges and all that,
Word.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's the way it works, not the video.
okay, that makes sense. So with this whole case that's going on in Atlanta, do you think that because there's something that happened with Thug's trial recently, right?
well, yeah, it was getting too much attention, like the live stream and all that. You know, they was calling it like a Tubi trial.
A Tubi trial.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I guess like the jurors didn't feel safe as well being filmed and all that. Like somebody got caught slipping and filmed the jurors and all that. So I think the court ruled for them not to start streaming the shit no more.
I mean, when I heard him in there playing Lifestyle over the PA, I was like, and the lawyers was bobbing their head. I said, yeah, this is a little different.
That shit was heat in the court.
They were like, oh no, this nigga is snapping. I don't know what y'all hearing.
They were showing that as evidence though. You know what I'm saying?
No
They were showing-
gigs out here straight heat.
Yo, man, so speaking of all the street shit going on, man, I want to speak about something that kind of bothered me, right? So you got Big U and Adam 22 have their own show on No Jumper, right?
Or
So there's a recent interview where I forget his name, but they brought one of the homies up,
Loose Cannon.
and he was basically saying that Big U
Called
called him
him
before Nipsey died and
via
said, "Man, you heard
FaceTime."
Nipsey died?" And he was like, "What?" Then he said he called Nipsey. Nipsey picked up, and he was like, "You good, bro?" He said he didn't mention Big U or nothing. He said, "You good, bro?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm good." He's like, all right, love you, bro, love you too. Hung up. And then he was like, he found out he died after that. And he just said he never said anything about it, but Big U made him say it on camera. Now, I'm not in the streets. I'm not in the gang. I'm not
Wack made him say that.
Yeah, my fault. Yeah, Wack made him say that on camera. So with me, it's hard for me to have an opinion on that specific thing, especially on camera, because I'm not in the business of that shit to even speak about it. Which brings me to my point about Adam 22 inserting himself into street politics. I feel like they might have the no jumper building held hostage up there. And I don't understand how, you know what I'm saying, somebody that comes in interviewing young rappers that no one else will interview, which was a bright idea, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Salute to him for coming up with that. You know what I'm saying? They start going viral. His channel starts blowing up. Ever since Adam 22 got big, he been having all types of fuckery going around that building. You know what I'm saying? I hear people all the time say Vlad is a culture vulture. My rebuttal to that is always like, yo, Vlad was breaking. You know what I'm saying? Vlad was doing graffiti. He was DJing. The only thing he didn't try to do was rap. The only reason he can get some of the interviews he get is because he had 20-year relationships with a lot of these artists. And it was with them grinding. Do I like every question he asks? No. Do you have the ability to answer the question however you want to answer it? Yes. Adam 22 is constantly inserting himself into all these gang politics, and I'm just like, yo, like, why do we continue to consume this type of media? And I was literally, my jaw dropped when I watched this whole Big U thing, because I'm like, yo, why are y'all talking about this on camera? Like I don't understand. Can y'all please shed some light on what's going on here for me?
Niggas is talking a little too. Niggas get. I don't know if Adam gets you nice and saucy prior to the. I don't know, bro. But niggas go up there and they just be like, "Yo, not gonna lie, this some shit I never said." But Mickey called me right before he went into school and shot the whole Pendulum Ink up. Like, I don't even know why niggas go on Adam and say shit like that. But
because they know it's gonna get views because his channel is in the algorithm.
And that's probably what Adam is in there telling them, like, come on, man, just say it. Who cares? Yeah, all right, who cares?
He's probably giving him a bag.
Yeah. All right.
See, I can't speak on what Whack 100 says because even though I wouldn't say it, I'm not him, and he's involved in something I'm not involved in, so he knows the consequences, repercussions, or the rewards of his words and what they're going to bring in his direction. You know what I'm saying? I know Adam is from New England. I'm also from New England. I'm telling you from New Englander perspective. No, get up out of there, Adam.
But let me say this also. That my son, well, not my son, Loose Cannon, he actually has a movie dropping. I don't know what platform it's dropping on. So this may just be promo for the movie. He said if you watch the movie during the filming, that's when I received the call from Big U. So you'll see it on the movie where we cut, boom. You see me on a FaceTime with Big U, and then you'll see me FaceTime Nipsey. So even if you want to watch the movie just to see that part.
Yeah.
And that never happens or never shows up or whatever during the movie. You still got it. He still has your money. He still has your viewing. So that could just be promo for the movie. You just never know.
Okay. So real quick, my man Mickey Factz.
Yes.
We appreciate you.
Thank you
for coming through to this episode. Can you drop Pendulum Ink one more time for us?
Yes, sir. If you want to sign up for the school at Pendulum Ink, go to pendulumink.com. Hit us up on all social media platforms. Our graduation is happening next month. We got Killer Mike as the commencement speaker. You know what I'm saying? So, sign up this year. We got a lot of dope artists pulling up. Styles P, Jadakiss, The Game, T.I., 3D, Nazi, Freeway. A lot of dope artists pulling up to teach this year.
Hey, yo, salute to Pendulum Ink. We like what you're doing out here, Mickey. Appreciate you for stopping by, definitely. All right.
Salute.
Oh, man. Eminem dropped some lines. Well, he dropped a whole diss track towards Benzino again. Reported live on the
Where did that come from?
I was about to ask you. I was about to say, PC know where it come from.
Something about...
Is this unreleased? Like, what are we?
What I heard is that Benzino asked him to do a record.
Yeah, well, they had beef before. They had the little back and forth, and I heard that somebody was asking Benzino about it or something, and he was like on some like, oh, it is what it is. Like, I get, if I could get him to do a record, like it's over with, squash, it's cool, let's move forward. We should do a joint together. And Eminem was like, what'd he say? Oh, okay. I'm at his neck. No pun intended.
Is there any way possible
I'm mad as
that
neck is
Benzino,
crazy.
Right? Yeah. That's what Eminem
the
said.
giraffe shit was crazy?
Eminem said.
Because it's kind of the climate of hip hop has kind of changed. Do we think that Benzino could drop some heat and get one?
No, stop it. Hey, yo, we going to the next. Speaking of rap beef, I want to talk about Nicki and Meg. My man went left. He tried to say,
He said you're not here for it, huh?
so speaking of rap beef.
Shout out Boston.
Yeah, the mean streets of Boston.
Yo, relax. Relax.
No, I'm not picking the side. That's just it's the quote. It's the
Relax.
quote.
Relax.
That's the Eminem said. I forgot
Relax.
that was the diss. I'm sorry. I rock with Benzino.
MJ
too.
been wilding all.
No, listen. Let me tell you something about Benzino before we go. Benzino. Do you remember the song he had? Was it like the Bellanoma, or was it some braided up? He used to play it on Uncut.
I'm not going.
Y'all don't remember it? You know what I'm talking about? The beat was
I know
fire.
what you're talking about.
Everything.
I seen it on Uncut.
Yes, it was fire.
I don't know
Did
the
he have
lyrics,
the
but-
bitches on Uncut or
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yes, he
Was
did.
they butt naked or
He was Benzino was
Okay, so
he had a
that
good
mean-
slot on
So that
Uncut.
mean you didn't hear the bars, all you saw was the
No, it was hard though. It was like something braided up. And another thing he did.
Was the coochie hair braided up? Or was it a ball vagina?
Yo, speaking of vagina, let's get to Nicki versus Bay, man.
True. What?
Meg Thee Stallion drops a song. What was the name of the song?
His.
She drops the song Hiss. And in it, she had a bar where she was referencing Megan's Law and using that as a double entendre.
Word.
That also happens to be the law about a word that I can't say on YouTube that has to do with a case that Nicki Minaj's husband had, I guess when he was a teenager, right?
No, I don't even think it was that young for real.
I
but-
thought he was like 16. He was older than that?
No, don't quote me.
Oh,
Don't quote me.
that's my
Smart
guy.
man.
My
Smart
guy.
man.
So, I think off all the messy stuff, I think what's exciting about this is we have the potential to actually get a female battle in hip hop that might turn into somewhat of a
Have
bar
we ever
fest.
had a female back and forth?
Roxanne versus Roxanne?
You're Roxanne Shante.
Versus-
like no, you had
Who?
Rem,
MC Light and who?
Remy, Foxy and Lil Kim, Remy.
None of them shits. None of them shit
no.
The Rem and Nicki shit we had.
No,
I forgot.
Foxy and Lil Kim was one.
One of the ones.
Oh yeah. With her verse on the CNN, we gonna thug this, bang bang, bang bang. Oh my God, that was fire.
This ain't
Yes,
even
it was. That was. Listen, that was. Go listen to Bang
I'm
Bang.
gonna keep it tall. Meg can't rap with Nicki. Stop it. We're not even
hold
about.
on,
We're not about to
She
do
can't.
it, bro.
Hold on.
She can't punch
hold on.
Nicki,
Hold on.
but she can rap
Hold
in a
on.
pocket.
Hold on.
We're not
There you
about
go.
to-
Thank you,
She
Direct.
can rap in the pocket, Elite,
Look,
but she can't
yes,
punch.
Hold on. Yes. She,
I don't think she can.
Listen. They both are top tier delivery, voice control, project. They both of them are there.
Nicki
So
got like 5 deliveries and flows
Yeah,
though. Like
she got a little bit
more.
more in her tank,
Yeah.
but I'm not mad at Megan. Megan can spit like with males. Like if you
Nick-
listen to her,
Nicki from
LA
that
Leaker,
Clark. She from Southside.
Listen to her LA Leaker.
Like, you know what I'm
Nicki
saying?
throws subtle
No,
punches at bitches
Yeah.
that if you don't even catch it, you don't even know she did. Like what she said about Remy, something. I think she needed a pat, nigga. That shit was hard.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. Listen, both of them are fire. Listen, both of them
No,
are
I'm not gonna
fire.
lie though.
She referenced her pussy stinking and said, I think she needed a pat.
Yeah, it's fire.
That's hard. So let me say this though. That Megan's Law bar was kind of fire.
It was fire. That's a Nicki. That's a Nicki type of line.
That's
if
a fact.
If
That's a
Megan
Nicki
got
type of
those
line.
in the bag, we
That's
might
a
have a
Nicki type of
battle.
line.
'Cause that's a fire. I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Until
me
I
either.
saw them
And I
breaking
was
it
like,
down on the
why is
internet.
she saying Megan Law? And then it came up. I was like, oh, okay.
So y'all think Nicki wins flawless victory if it goes to Wax?
Nah, it could be one of the ones. I ain't even going for
it could be because she's
Meg could shock the world.
Meg can rap.
Cause right now,
Make
Mickey is very hated for whatever reason. I don't know why.
The husband thing.
Yeah.
You think it's because I think it was
No,
prior
it
to.
also it's the Cardi fan base. They don't.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And also they feel like she's never
But she don't come across as likable.
No.
Either.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? She like an asshole.
She come across like
she come across,
I'm the
come
queen.
across real
I'm the
stank.
queen. I'm the queen. You bow down.
You feel me?
But that's hip hop though.
But does Cardi come off as
No. Cardi comes off as
Relatable.
I came from the
real.
people. I'm just like y'all. I'm just elevated to where I'm at, and I want to help y'all out too. That's how Cardi comes
I'll
across.
give you that.
So
Look, Nicki as an artist, #1 for sure, female of all time.
All time.
But as far as like a personality wise, nah, she's not.
Yeah,
there.
careful.
Let's hear it.
Careful.
I lean towards Lil Kim.
I lean towards Missy Elliott.
He just be talking.
What are y'all talking about?
talking about?
Missy Elliott didn't start this?
We're not even mentioning Missy in this category.
Like, why? Missy Elliott ain't in the female rapper of all time category?
No, because I don't
What
even
is he
know if
talking
she's a
about?
rapper or not.
You don't know what is she? What is she? A singer?
Artist.
She's like
That's
a
what you're gonna say.
complete
She's an
artist.
I don't know what she is.
Listen, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, that's real. That's real though, bro. I ain't
Listen,
gonna lie.
listen. Just because
I'm
you don't
not
know,
disrespecting her.
I'm telling
she's
you.
like the. I don't even know what she's like the. I don't even know who to prepare.
who's the male- who-
I know who the
Male.
male equivalent to her is. It's
Busta
Busta
Rhymes.
Rhymes.
No, he's not.
Yes, he
You're
did.
saying that because of the creativity.
Yes.
But actually, oh no, hold on. Tell me what you really want to do. Come here, man. Talk to a nigga. Talk to me. The way you put it on a dog, doing it like it never did before for me. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
not-
What my people do that?
You're
That's
not
kind of
gonna
the
spit
same.
whole
That's the same.
That's kind of the same,
It's
bro.
the same.
That's kind of the same.
But Missy kept Timberland.
I think it's because of the accolades that Missy has that he's bringing up.
No, I'm
He's
saying.
talking about production, writing whole hit records and
Yes.
all of this, that, and
I'm
the third.
telling you.
Her making hits of her own
Yeah.
and all of this,
Yeah.
that. And
Okay, hold-
that's what he's going
yeah.
off of. He's not going off of the straight rap ability.
No, hold on. That's not what I'm doing.
That's
Yeah,
what
I'm
me
with you.
and Jewel
Okay,
are speaking
okay.
of.
But what I'm saying is, when you hear Missy, you've never heard. Oh, I wrote this for Missy. You've never heard.
I understand that, but she's more of on the, like, she's like the Drake. Matter of fact, niggas will say she's not a rapper. Cause a lot of people will say Drake isn't a rapper. He's more of like a pop star.
Yeah, but
that's what they'll say about Missy, bro. They will be like, she's not a rapper. She's more along the lines of she'll collaborate with Monica, and she'll collaborate like, come on, bro.
I
It's
feel
like
you.
it's not more of
feel
like
you.
the rap. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm not disrespecting her at all.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. She did more singing in her career than putting on a plastic bag and
Get your freak. get your
Do it again, please. Do it again.
get your freak on and singing.
Nah, man. He's saying she has a lot of records that are
Yes.
carried by the vote.
Of the versatility.
In the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every
What
female.
rap record would you, if somebody, I want to hear really rap, what you putting on?
Oh, you want to hear her rap? I mean, get your freak on. She's not singing on that.
Get your freak on.
I'm gonna tell you now, Missy Bieber and that.
Listen, let me tell you this rule. You can say you can say anything slow and it's gonna sound weak. Tupac Hail Mary? Really? Yeah, really. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. Get Tupac hit 'em up? Really? That's exactly what we want to hear. No Vaseline is really dope.
y'all funny as hell.
NWA? Really? Really?
Yo, but those are still
Future
rap,
March Madness? Really?
but those are still rap.
Kodak Black, no flocking? Really? Yeah, it's fire.
Oh, P, I never seen you like this, nigga. You on the ropes, boy. You on the ropes. Get off. Get on the ropes.
Kendrick Lamar, be humble. Yeah, fire.
No, nigga.
Jay-Z, Dear Summer. He's rapping about the summer. Bro, okay, that's tight.
Yo, don't 3-0 PC in the argument.
I'm killing
Don't-
PC.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Nah, because I'm literally hearing "Get Your Freak On" in my head.
Yeah, and it's fire. It's fire.
Yo, Missy B putting it down. I'm the hottest round. I'll tell you Monday, people. Y'all can't stop me now.
Stop it.
No fire.
Okay.
It was different.
Okay. So how about this? I tell y'all, motherfucker. Okay. I got another hit. I got another male equivalent that he might put some respect on. If you think Missy is kind of what you saying,
Well,
this, you can
Pharrell?
do the same thing.
Okay,
No,
see.
Ludacris. You can do the same thing with this word. You can do the same thing. You can.
Yeah, he rap.
Yeah. But you can do the same thing of the stand up. That sounds. It can sound a little. Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
It's
look.
fire though. He fire.
MJ.
Ludacris ain't fire. What are you talking about?
No. That's revisionist
What are you
history.
talking about?
When
I can't agree.
in
Ludacris
real
fire.
time,
Ludacris fire, bro.
I hope Luda see this man in Atlanta and
No,
knock the.
you heard the Made You Look remix, right? Nas and Jadakiss. Who had the best verse?
Okay.
Luda.
Now we want. Now here you talking about his best verse of his career.
But Jadakiss and Nas.
This is
like,
the
come
South
on, son.
bias.
Please
of what
get
we
off
talking
the
about.
TIP. He never had nothing
Fire.
remotely
No.
close to that.
Let me tell you this.
He had the
That
best
ain't even the
verse.
verse
of
I'm
that.
talking about.
No,
Yeah,
That's dumb.
and he got the best verse on that too.
Right.
Southern.
Yeah.
That's the diss.
That's the only joint
Yo,
he
Southern,
got.
I'm gonna be real, dog.
Nas made you look.
I think Southern Hospitality is one of like
Thank
the
you.
best rap songs of the last. 20
Okay, the
years,
next
bro.
segment we have is
Hey, this is the New
Jim
York
Jones.
bias.
Go ahead, Jim Jones.
my son Jimmy called out everybody of his era
For
and
100
say he got
stacks.
100 racks that none of y'all can rap with him. We could go to the studio, pick a beat from scratch. We could do whatever niggas want to do. I promise you niggas cannot hang. That's what he said. I just want to know how y'all feel about that. And he's talking about if you need a little refreshing on who's in his era, he's talking about G Unit.
Okay.
He's talking about the Locks. He's talking about Lloyd Banks. He's talking about Kiss Styles,
Okay.
all of them.
Okay.
He's talking about.
But he talking about battle or verses.
Huh?
A
He's
verses?
saying-
No. He's talking about.
Going in the
If
studio.
y'all want to rap, if you want to
wanna
drop a diss on me or whatever, if you want to make a record together, your verse not going to be better than mine. He talking like that. He's not talking about I'll play 10 joints and you play
Chill,
10
Jim.
joints.
Nah, he's
He's
saying
talking
today.
about right now,
I
he's
love
saying whether-
Jim, but chill, Jim. Like, you can't. Come on, son.
Listen, he's supposed to feel like that about himself, but no.
One thing I'm gonna say though is that Jim is better now than he was before.
Yeah, who
Yes,
can rap
he
with him?
has improved. Yeah,
Who
he's better
can
than he's
rap
ever
with
been.
him?
I got an idea for you.
Hold
I
on.
got an idea for you, Jim. Right? If we looking at hip hop, where it was at, who had hits in that era? I think the two most improved rappers, hands down.
I got
that
the
are
name.
dead nice
You ain't got
now
the name. I got
is
it.
Jim Jones and Young Jeezy.
Did Young Jeezy's the
Right?
name, sir?
Yes.
Young Jeezy
Young
was
Jeezy
always fire.
very much
But
improved.
Been nice his
Hold
whole
on.
career.
That's not what he said. That's not what he said. That's not what he said.
The
He's always been
improvement
fire.
from when he first came out
Yes.
to now is crazy.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
What?
See the
You're
same?
not listening
It's
to
not the
Jeezy.
same.
You're not listening to
He
Jeezy now,
is,
then.
bro.
That's what you telling.
No, he's
always been fire.
he's like two levels
now
above when he first came out. So icy.
God, I knocked on my wrist.
my president is black.
I feel
My
like
Lambo.
it didn't happen now. It
Nah.
been happened.
You can't go from
Like,
trap or die and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Bottom of the map to now and say he got better. Like that's
No,
crazy.
he got better.
He got better.
He got
Technically,
better.
as an
I'm
MC,
telling you.
he got
As an
better.
MC, he got better.
He don't got hit.
Maybe I ain't hear enough new
Oh,
Jeezy.
yeah, you ain't heard enough
You know what I'm
How much
saying?
new Jim Jones you heard?
Jeezy.
A couple joints.
Listen,
Lenny.
listen. Jeezy's songs now sometimes are so good. I be like, he ain't write this. That's how good it is. I be like, ain't no way this is the same dude that wrote that. No, Jeezy is super nice. Off his last 2 or 3, he's nice.
Yo, when my president is black, my Lambo is green
he's
came out.
nice.
I listened. My fault. When I sat down and listened to the project, I was like, oh nah, he's a different person from.
Listen,
It was
The
creative.
Recession,
Snowfall.
all of them joints is fire. Like I don't know
No,
why
first
y'all
three.
trying to
They
make it
fire,
seem
no,
like
he got better as a
he's
rapper.
better now.
He
Go listen.
ill,
Go
bro.
listen to
He's been ill.
Go listen to Snowfall with DJ Drama back on it, bro.
So who would y'all say? Jim Jones versus who? Who you don't want to hear?
I want to see.
He's talking about Push.
I want to see Pusha T because that's what the shot was about originally.
He's gonna die.
I agree.
I don't know about that.
No, he's not gonna die. What he say? That shit was trash. I'm gonna let him get a do-over. They got you gassed. You got you thinking you the new Hover.
Nah, son.
It's fine. Pull up on the scene in a 4-dot Rover. You still jump up. You still jump in the bent with your brother and tell him move over. Yeah.
No. Listen, that was hot, but
It's not
we all
true,
know
but it's hot.
that Pusha T is a surgeon.
Yes.
He gonna go to a
Yes.
depth that Jimmy ain't used to
yeah,
going
yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah.
He gonna show the footage of Cam and them running out of
Yeah,
the
you don't
basketball
want it.
park and I mean the
Then he's
court
gonna
in
get
Harlem.
decked in Paris, and then they're gonna make another whole video of him running out of Paris all crazy.
So what I'm saying,
hide
so,
it.
okay, hold on.
don't wanna take it there.
Hold on. So what you telling me is you gotta beat me up for the 100,000?
No, if
I
you-
thought it was about the rap.
No.
We did say this.
That's
We
what
did
I'm
say
just
this.
telling you.
It is about the rap.
If it is about the rap, Pusha T is
Because
a better
Push
rapper.
is gonna try to go like all Push known to do is try to bring up shit that's be past rap. Like that's what I'm saying. Push don't be trying to rap when niggas. Push be
Yeah.
trying to do shit that
Subliminals and
like
that
come
extra
on,
shit.
bro.
I can't
Honestly,
as
bro,
battle rappers,
look.
don't you
That Pusha
understand?
T song towards Drake. The only reason why it was
Fire.
the only reason why it was super
Fire.
crazy was because he had the
Hold
meanest
on.
angle
Yes,
for
hold on.
Drake.
That's
That's
it.
why it worked.
on.
That's why it worked.
Can I get
Hold
him?
on.
Can I get him? Can I get him?
Please get it.
Yo, we are battle rappers, bro.
Thank you. That's what you're supposed
How
to.
many battles wouldn't have been classic if you took out the most impactful angle?
The Big Gerald
But
you
that's
talking
what I'm
about.
saying though. But you take that away, like was his raps really that crazy?
Yeah, exactly. No, nigga, that's
doesn't
exactly
matter.
what he
He
said.
knew he attacked it a certain way
Listen.
the way he didn't
Yeah,
need to
listen.
get
I
crazy.
get it. Yeah, the
Hold
angle
on.
was crazy. Like he KO'd him with that shit. You feel me?
Yes.
Like you gotta set a story of Adidon and the blackface and all that.
Fire.
I get it. You know what I'm saying? But
Fire.
as far as the actual raps on the
Whoop-de-doo.
record, did he kill Drake?
Well, what rhymes did he say that was like, oh my
on.
God?
Hold on.
You
Right.
like,
Hold on.
No, nothing,
No,
nigga.
no.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. You know.
You
You
My
get his ass
fiance.
whooped by a nigga like Jim.
Hold on.
That's really trying to rap, and all you trying to do is do a chest
No.
move.
Two
That's
things.
it.
That's part of the game.
Two
though.
things. Two
You
things.
know that.
Two things. You've only seen Pusha T in battle mode once, so I don't know if that's his only
Well,
fighting
technically
style.
twice. The first Drake joint. He
With
went
Lil
crazy
Wayne.
on, you signed to a nigga that signed to two niggas.
With Lil
signed
Wayne
to
about
three
the
niggas.
kissing and all.
That was
Okay,
hot.
yeah.
Fresh shit.
Yeah, but I'm saying there was no dirt. I mean, he just called out what was supposed to be called out. The Drake was the only time we saw, oh, well, this nigga can get like messy. Like that. That doesn't mean he's gonna do that every time. Pusha T was a great rapper before that, and I'm sure he's gonna be one after that. So I wouldn't play with Pusha. Pusha's fire.
So basically, what y'all saying is,
He's
if
talking
you only had
trash.
$1,000 left to your name and you had to put it up on one of these two, you put it on Jim in a battle with Push.
I got it on Jim.
So
Me and you got Push. These
hold
two
on.
got Jim.
hold on.
We know why y'all saying that. I'm not gonna say it, but we know why y'all saying that.
Of
It just
course.
dawned on
I
me.
know exactly
Just
why
dawned
they're
on
saying
me.
that.
Yeah,
I know exactly why they're saying that.
Yeah, I know what's going on.
Yeah.
I know what's going on.
No idea.
Nah, that's what's going
I know
on.
exactly
I got
why
you.
they
I
saying
got you.
And matter of fact, I'm on my Joe Budden. You're right, guys. Jim Jones will win. I like my face, Jim Jones. I'd rather not have a steak over it. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Jim Jones.
So yo, man, let's talk about it. Y'all ready for this?
Okay.
Top 3 mixtapes all time, no skips.
Ain't no way you could just say 3 of them.
I don't think you could say 3. We could probably
I got-
decide on one.
Let
Your
me
favorite
hold on.
one.
Let me just hear everybody's top 3.
No, let's hear your favorite.
I'm gonna
one.
just go down the list like the top of my head. I ain't gonna say 3. I'm gonna say probably like 5, 6, 7.
All right, go ahead.
All right, Wayne Dedication 3.
Okay.
Okay.
No, 2. I mean 2.
There you go, sir. The game.
No ceilings from Wayne.
Thank you, sir. You 2 for 2.
Wiz Cushion Orange Juice.
But okay, go ahead.
Wale More About Nothing.
You said Wiz?
You say
Wiz,
Cushion
Cushion
OJ?
OJ.
Yeah. I don't love them. I don't not duck them.
I
Fi-
never.
50 Cent is the Future.
Yeah, that's mandatory.
That's all top of my head right now. What I can say.
Me,
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Joe Budden, Move Music 2.
I'm bugging.
Yeah,
I'm top.
that's-
I'm tripping.
That, that's an album.
Yeah, you hear that?
That is definitely an
and
album.
I'm from the South.
That's an album. What else?
Go ahead.
Definitely Lil Wayne, Dedication 2, No Ceilings, and Sorry for the Wait.
Honeycomb braid. What's the
Sorry
joint?
for the wait.
Relax. Sorry for the wait is sorry for the wait, Lil Wayne.
Honeycomb braid,
Lil Wayne
sorry
is
for
that.
the wait.
50 Cent is the future. I'm also going Kendrick Lamar, overly
80.
dedicated.
Okay.
Overly dedicated.
I'm
Perfect.
going March Madness.
Oh, hold on.
Y'all don't count second. Y'all
Hold on. I ain't
overly
done. Hold on.
I thought
Hold
you
on. I'm not
said
done.
five-piece.
That wasn't really a mixtape.
Oh, you just list it, or you stop?
No, just keep
okay.
it going. What you want?
Future, Beast Mode, and Future.
A lot of people right now, if a lot of
Beast
people
Mode.
was gonna say Beast Mode is the best joint of the last 10 years.
Yeah, I'm a Beast
people
Mode.
wanna
I mean, he got 56 Nights and
56
Monster.
nights in.
But I'm going Beast Mode is my
I
joint.
think Monster is the number one.
That's the first one with commas on it. And also let me put one more in there.
Yo, you know which?
Rick Ross,
Rich Forever.
Black Dollar. Rick Ross, you talking about top tier music? Rick Ross makes
I ain't hear that joint. I ain't gonna lie.
Any G Unit tape that ever
G Unit
dropped.
Radio. G
no.
Unit Radio.
Junior Radio.
I
all of
got
them.
mad dips at joints in my joint.
Yo, I got one that no one's talking about that was low key classic and fire. Game Stop Snitching, Stop
Oh
Lying.
my God,
That was
with
crazy.
with the Ghost Rider
Oh,
on
we
there.
gotta say the OGs too. You gotta add the clue tapes in there.
Hold on.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Yeah.
That's a
Hold on.
The
storm.
No, that's the album. The professional was the album.
The professional. Yeah, it was the album.
And
But
go ahead.
Nah, go
I'm
ahead, go
mad
ahead.
he said Joe shit and I ain't say it.
You know, and then you
I
could listen.
should've- I
Cause
should've went
listen,
next.
you could go Joe Budden Move Music 3 as well.
could.
That's perfect. And let me go to H-Town. Let me go Chameleonaire mixtape Messiah.
No, but-
1000%. And
Go Alabama.
nah, it wasn't no
Jackie
mixtapes like
Chain.
that. No. Chameleonaire
Tales from the
mixtape
Chain,
Messiah
Volume
and also Chameleonaire Homer Pimpson.
Currency and Wiz, How Fly. Crazy.
Currency Verde Terrace. Jeez.
I'm not gonna lie. Currency got like,
Currency
Currency got some of the
8
best
joints
tapes.
in
Current,
the
listen,
run.
we
Meek
need to have an
Mill, Dream Chasers,
episode about
too.
Currency's career. Currency,
Flamers.
Currency's career is.
Flamers.
Oh, excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Everybody gonna be with me. They know about this. Dom Kennedy, the Yellow,
Yellow
album.
tape.
There, yo,
Yeah,
I got
yeah,
that.
album.
I got that.
Yellow album is there.
Yeah.
You got P?
Nigga, you
said them all. You did say everything.
I don't know.
He like you said. You said all my joints.
Stuff I don't know.
Would y'all consider So Far Gone a mixtape?
Yeah,
If so,
it is,
that's
it is.
like
It
top
is.
5
That's the
joints
joint.
right there. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that's undeniable. Yo,
What
yo,
about the Nip?
I got one. I got
What's
one.
the Nicki mixtape? That the itty bitty piggy and all of that.
No, I
The
got you.
bitches
Hold on,
love
hold
that.
on.
That's how they put me on to her. They was like, yo, you don't fuck with Nicki. I'm like,
This before Young Money.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
she was
Damn,
wild.
that's when she had that joint, hiding a kite. What's the name of that joint?
I don't know.
Sucker Free. It was called Sucker Free.
Sucker Free. I heard that.
Yep.
But that was it.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. Oh, we talked. So when Mickey was here. Saha the Prince. Let's talk about a Royal Flush, 1, 2, and Black History Project.
I ain't hear him. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh my God.
I thought Black History was an album.
It's
I
not.
think
It's not
Black
on. It's not on.
History album.
No,
it
it's
is on DSP.
No, it's not.
Oh,
No, it's
well, that's
not.
crazy.
It's not on. It's not on Spotify. Nothing.
Yo, I got one last one. It's 50 Cent War Angel.
That was a mixtape.
Yes.
Oh, that had the Things You Do song on there?
Yeah, it had the cream.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
The hit his fitted cap. You won't get a chance to Twitter that.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I got something.
What you got?
Coke. Hold on. What is it called? Coke Wave.
Oh, the Coke Wave 3.
Ooh, all the Max and
The mac and
French
cheese.
shit.
Oh, you talking the mac and cheese?
It's called mac and cheese.
The
Yeah,
mac,
mac and
Mac and
cheese.
cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all are bugging.
I'm bugging. Hold on. Max
like a
B.
cult classic.
No, Max
That's a
B.
cult
The
classic.
Wavy Crockett. I remember that joint. That's,
Those are cult classics. I
Yeah.
wouldn't put them on my top 5s. I'm
No, you're
talking
right.
cult
We
classics.
just
Yeah,
named
No,
the
I'm
we
shit.
talking
just
about
named
joints
it.
with no. I'm talking
No
about
skips.
joints with no skips.
No skips.
I got Coke. Wait, bro, you're crazy. My son Max got wild shit. French got mad shit. Boy, you're bugging.
PC trying to get featured.
Listen, I'm going. No,
Why
he
do we
said
get
what?
over this?
What? Oh, also, Buck and Banks. when 50 put them together and did the Buck and Bank mixtape.
I do not remember.
Oh
that.
my God.
Neither do
oh,
I.
Yo, it's like that.
No.
Oh, and that Buck
doesn't exist.
Gangsta Grills.
So,
Incredible.
MJ,
Yep.
what's that story you had to tell today
Listen.
on the pod?
Yes.
So new segment, story time.
Story
Each
time.
week, one of us will be telling a story that you never heard before. MJ, get
But
into
you
it.
had
Let's
to
go.
be there.
You had to be there. Story time. All right. So, with me being MJ, those are some legendary initials to come after, right? So, there's this guy by the name of Michael Jordan. You might have heard of him. All right. So I'm at work. This is back in Alabama. This was maybe a good 10, 15 years ago. So I'm at work, and my boss comes to me and he's like, "Yo, I just want to give you a heads up, letting you know who's coming in the hotel today." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Who we got?" And he writes on a piece of paper. He writes MJ, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm at work. What's going on?" He's like, "No," and he circles it. He's like, "MJ's coming." I was like, Michael Jackson? I'm like, oh, Mike passed. What he's I'm like, he was like, Michael Jordan. I said, you are lying to me. He was like, no, he's coming here. He's staying here for a week. Now, if you know me, I'm a basketball player first.
Hold on. What was your job?
Okay, so I'm a shuttle. I'm sorry, my job at this time, I was a shuttle driver and I was a bellman at the hotel. So at this hotel, it's like a 5-star hotel, and it's connected to the mall. All right, in Birmingham. So it's called the Winfrey
Talk
Hotel.
that elite bellboy.
Yeah, absolutely. So I got a story about everybody. So from Steve Harvey to Lil Wayne, everybody.
Okay, Cat.
Okay, yeah. Don't get me started, brother. So I hear Michael Jordan's coming in. So I'm like, all right, cool. Now, side note, we talked about Chameleonaire earlier. Chameleonaire was also a huge Michael Jordan story. And if you go on YouTube, you can look at Chameleonaire Michael Jordan story. And his interaction with Mike didn't go so well. And he kind of Mike lost a fan that day. And I'm like, I don't want mine to go like that. So lo and behold, I get the time Mike's coming. Mike pulls up with his brother and this other a white guy he's with, his close friend Michael Jordan. And so I ain't gonna lie to you, like Michael Jordan, I've written book reports on Michael Jordan. I know everything about Michael Jordan, 2/17/63. I know everything about Michael Jordan. And he comes around the corner, he gets out of the car, and I get starstruck. I'm like, yo, like this is really Mike. Like, this is the guy. And so I take him upstairs. So I take him upstairs, show him, the hotel and this and that. And, so he gives me like $60. So I'm like, okay, I'm good. Like, Mike broke me out, but I still haven't been like the introductory time. So then the next day, I'm like, all right, this is my day. I'm like a little schoolgirl. I'm like, all right, Mike coming today. I'm going to say something to him. So Mike comes in, and I wait for him on the inside. He comes in from playing golf. He comes in with classic Michael Jordan, cigar in his mouth. He walks in, pulls his pants up on his hip. He looks at me, and I'm like, hey yo, Mike, can I? And he's just like, and Mike reaches his hands out to me. He's like, how you doing? I'm Michael Jordan. I was like, nigga, you Mike. I'm like, forget the hand. I hug Michael Jordan. Like forget what, yo, this is Mike, dog. Like, this is not no regular.
You brought Mike in for the hug.
Bro, Mike in for the hug. Like, he like, Michael Jordan. I'm like, no, nigga, you Mike. So I was like, I was willing to get fired from work for Michael Jordan, and he was so cool. And I had his autograph. My dad is a basketball coach, and he did a basketball camp with Michael Jordan. So I've had a picture of my dad and Michael Jordan. I've had Michael Jordan's autograph, but for me to actually meet him, and I've seen Mike play basketball and baseball because he played for the Birmingham Barons. So this was like hands down one of my favorite moments. And I was like,
how the hell Mike play for Birmingham?
He played for when he was with the White Sox up in Chicago. Their minor league team is in Birmingham, Alabama. It's the Birmingham Barons. So he came from Chicago and played for the baseball team, and sold out every game. Yeah. So I saw him as a kid.
Got you.
Yeah, but I never met him. But when I finally met him, it was like I didn't want it to go bad because I was like, if it goes bad, I'm gonna have to slap Mike and change my name. But it didn't go that way. So shout out to Michael Jordan for being the GOAT and for being my man in real life.
That's what's up.